Good afternoon, it's Friday. It's just gone, where are we? 2:15 in the afternoon. I'm off to Hertford caravan site again, camping and caravanning site, sorry. Just to get away from it all. I've got some nice food to cook. I've got a bottle of Jack Daniels and I'm really fucking looking forward to this. Just to have a little bit of a break from the norm. Now I know to some this probably isn't much of a break, you know, it's not much of a exciting holiday or something fantastic to do over the weekend, but for me it's a big deal. It's just getting me away from Stevenage, off the side of the road, going to a campsite where I've got some electric that I can utilise, and there's a good few areas that I can go and have a nice walk over the weekend. So to me it's a big deal. It's just a break from normality. I'm sure that will well, that can make sense to some people, not everybody, but to me it certainly does. I often think to myself, what would life be like if I could jack in work and live on the road, like travelling about full time? I wonder where I'd end up, you know. I wonder where I'd go, what my first destination would be. I'd probably end up in Wales. I mean, that's still my favourite place in the world that I've seen so far. I think I'd like to travel around every beauty spot in Wales before doing anything else. To ever come into a lot of cash, I don't think it would change my mindset too much, really. I think I'd still want to do the travelling about in the van that I've always wanted to do. I don't think I'd spend hundreds of thousands of pounds on a flash house and a flash car and all that sort of stuff. I think I'd still want to live a relatively simple life, cruising around in a van, or this van or another van or a motorhome or something, but just visiting all the beauty spots that I could. Okay, I'm here, I'm all set up now. I'm considering cooking a bit of an early dinner tonight. I mean, it's only it's coming up 4 o'clock, I think. It's a bit early for me tea yet, but I am absolutely starving and I'm really looking forward to cooking my steak tonight. I bought a nice lump of ribeye steak fresh from the butcher's yesterday, and I'm looking forward to cooking that up. I've been doing a bit of research on how to cook the perfect steak. Now I'm limited, you know, because of how I'm going to cook it in here, but I think adding a bit of oil and a bit of seasoning and cooking it in some butter, I think that's meant to help. I know it's not ideal, it's not extremely good for me, but you know what, I'm away for the weekend and I'm going to have a bit of fun, and I'm going to enjoy eating something a little bit naughty and having a few glasses of Jack Daniels. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But for now, I'm going to have a cup of coffee and watch a bit of TV for a bit. Just settle in and start to relax. I'll tell you one thing though, this site is a lot busier than it was last time I come here. Last time I had this top field to myself. This time there's caravans everywhere. Apparently there's another site somewhere nearby that's closed or something, so they had to come here, something like that, the guy was telling me. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. I'm locked away in here. I'm quite content, so that will do for me for a while. Do you know what? I can't take it anymore. I've got to cook my dinner. It is early, but I am absolutely famished. So first of all, I've got a baking potato, and I'm just going to dice this up into chips and then whack it in the air fryer. I've got my steak out. That's now gonna just sit and get to room temperature for a bit while I cook these chips, because it won't take long to cook. So let's get that done. Do you know what? I think that's one baking potato's worth of chips, that is, and I think that is perfect for a single portion of chips. Now I'm just trying to see on the camera whether the lights are making the camera flick, because I watched my last video when I was camping here and I had these ceiling lights on and I was getting a load of ripples across the screen. So they're not so bright this time, and I've done a few adjustments on the camera, but I won't know for definite until I edit the video. So if it is flickering, sorry about that. I don't know whether I mentioned before, but I've got a Chef Man air fryer. It's a mini version, and it's 900 watts, but it's the perfect size for cooking a portion of chips or some nuggets or some bacon or whatever really. It's just slightly smaller than a normal size air fryer, and it may take a little bit longer, but I'm running it now off my EcoFlow, and I should think I can get, I think for about 15-20 minutes I can use probably about 20% of the power pack, but that's fine, you know, that's really good. Obviously I've got an electric hookup, but I'm running a heater at the minute, so I'm just using my power pack for now. I'll charge this back up tomorrow, but yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Definitely, if you've got a van and you're getting fed up with cooking on the gas, then get yourself one of these mini air fryers. They're spot on. I think as well with that air fryer, I think it was only cheap. I think it was only about £30, something like that. I don't. It wasn't expensive at all. It works a treat. So yeah, can't knock it. Anyway, I've got my steak. Let's see how it's doing. Let's see if it's up room temperature. Now I'm no connoisseur when it comes to steaks. I went to the butcher's yesterday and I said, "Can I have a steak?" And he said to me, "What cut do you want? What sort? Ribeye, sirloin?" I have no idea what's the best, you know, slice of steak, so I just said a ribeye. So let's see how we get on. Right, if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, I suggest you look away now, because I'm going to show you what this steak looks like. Like I say, I'm no expert when it comes to steaks, but I think it looks really nice, and I hope it will cook really well, but that remains to be seen. So I might have a look later, see what the difference is between a ribeye and a sirloin and whatever else is available. I know we went away before and we had a steak or something called a Chateaubriand, and I remember that being, it was very expensive, but it was melt in your mouth. It was probably the best piece of beef I'd ever tasted in my life. Well, there we go. Not cooked as well as I'd liked it to be, I don't think, but it's nice enough. It will do me. I might have to invest in one of them. What do you call it? Is it the griddle pan? Like, see if I can get one of them. It's a little bit smaller than ones that you got at home, but maybe one that I can keep in the van. Do you know what I mean? Just to use as a steak cooking pan in the future. Anyway, I'm going to sit and enjoy this, and don't know if you can hear in the background, I've got an episode of Big Bang on, because you know it's my favourite show in the entire world. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right, it's just coming up 6:30 in the evening. I'm sitting, chilling out, watching Pulp Fiction, and got myself a nice Jack Daniels. So if I've got anything else to report, I'll bring you back later on. If not, it'll be tomorrow now. So whatever you're up to, have a good evening. Good morning. I think I may have overdone it on the Jack Daniels last night. I feeling a little bit lightheaded this morning. I mean, I don't usually suffer with hangovers, but I think maybe I overdone it slightly last night and just feel a little bit off. I mean, I've been up a while now. I'm on my second cup of coffee. I've been and had a shower and got cleaned up, so I do feel a little bit better. Anyway, this morning I'm going to take a trundle into Hertford again, but I'm going to try, instead of heading towards the town centre, I'm going to go to Aldi today, but I'm not sure whether I can walk there from the instructions the sat-nav gives me. Even when I punch in the walking thing, it takes me onto a dual carriageway, so I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get there, but it's been a long time since I've been into Aldi. I keep hearing a lot of good stuff about it, and I see other van lifers are popping there for food and bits and pieces, and I thought I might get down there early and go and have a look, but that all depends if I can walk there, because I really don't want to be walking over any dual carriageways, but we'll go and have a look. Alright, well, I've taken a risk. I'm going to have a stroll to Aldi. Hope I don't get lost. According to the sat-nav, it's only 25 minutes away, so we'll give it a go. Well, I got to Aldi, and to be honest with you, I wasn't overly impressed with it. I guess it's okay if you just want to go in there and get some bits and pieces for your dinner, but I don't know. I don't see what the hype is about. I know a lot of people go on about it, but I don't know. Maybe it was just that store just didn't impress me. I don't know what to expect really, but it wasn't that. I had a walk round, but there just seemed a lot of people have spoke about the stuff in the middle of the aisles, but what was on the middle of the aisles there was just a lot of tat really, like cheap and nasty candles and kids' toys and just tat really, you know, stuff that you really don't need. But maybe in a bigger Aldi there would have been more of a selection. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about this, you know, on this vlog, because I'm sure you're not really fucking interested in what's being sold at Aldi. Anyway, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm getting fed up with the weather now. I don't like the heat. Can't stand the heat, but this grey cloud that's around all the time at the minute is just doing me nutting. Really need to start seeing some nice blue skies again, you know, and a bit of sunshine, as long as it ain't too hot. I mean, last week when I was in Ely having a walk around the cathedral and the canal up there, it was a stunning day, but they're few and far between at the minute, do you know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to spring starting to arrive, and the sun coming out a bit and the skies being blue and things starting to turn green again, because I am getting a bit fed up, bit cheesed off with all this rain and frosts and just grim weather, you know, storm after storm as well. It's just, don't know, makes you feel kind of sad, doesn't it? Or maybe that's just me. Anyway, what we're going to do now, I'm going to make myself a coffee and watch a bit of TV for a bit and just chill out. I've done me 10,000 steps, so anything else that I do today is just going to be a bonus, really. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. Now, as much as I love going camping, right, and I love being at the campsite, and it makes a change from being on the road and a bit of a break from normality. As you know, I've been out for a walk early this morning, gone and got all my stuff, and I cooked up some lunch and been taking it easy for a majority of the day. It is only just gone, it's 3:05, and I've already sunk back far too much Jack Daniels. And the reason why is because of boredom, really, doing this sort of thing on my own. I know a lot of van lifers talk about living on their own and they're happy with their own company and all that sort of stuff, and a majority of the time I am, or most of the time I'm on my own and I enjoy my own company. But there are some times that you get lost in your own thoughts. Your mind starts playing tricks on you, you know, you start, I don't know, there's a lot of negative, intrusive thoughts that come in, you know, and you have to try and deal with them. But I find that really hard, you know. So I hide behind the telly, hide behind YouTube videos and Netflix and all that. But it's doing my nutting. And I've just been sat there now, and I've been playing with my phone for probably a couple of hours, just scrolling through absolute bullshit, you know, crap on fucking Facebook and what do you call it, TikTok, you know, just watching clips after clips and just like, I mean, it's fucking shit, isn't it? Why do I need to do that? You know, it's not enjoyable, right? It's killing a bit of time, but fucking hell, when you come away, you know, when you go on holiday, you want to go out and have a bit of fun and experience things and do all that. Do you know what I mean? But I think because I'm doing it on my own, I'm finding that rather, I don't know, I think I'm just feeling a little bit low right now. I didn't want to. I you know, I come here with all all the positive feelings that I could. I was really looking forward to getting away, you know, leaving Stevenage, coming to this site, relaxing, putting my feet up, watching a bit of telly. But that's all very well because I've been doing that, and I've been into Hertford town and killed a bit of time and gone for a walk and la-di-da. But there's still a big majority of time that I've got to kill, you know, and I just found it a bit of a difficult one today. So I didn't want this video to be a negative one, but I'm trying to be honest. You know, like everything I create is meant to be truthful and honest. I'm not hiding behind a lie. I'm not a van lifer that opens the back doors overlooking the fucking sea, you know, the typical van life fucking shit that you see, because it ain't like that. I don't live in a van because I want to go and travel, because I can't. I do it because this is a means to an end. But anyway, see, like, I'm going off on a rant now. It's because I'm talking to the camera and I just need I need something to I need a way of getting this off my chest. Anyway, there we are. So yeah, look, I'm on another Jack Daniels now, so I'm going to sit, I'm going to enjoy this, probably watch something else, and then think about cooking up some dinner. I hope that didn't depress you too much, but it is nice to get away on your own. I highly recommend it. But when you spend an awful lot of time on your own, I think it can have detrimental effects on your own mental well-being. Well, it does for me. Anyway, moving on. Okay, dinner's on. I'm cooking burgers tonight and some homemade chips in the air fryer, powered by that. And I cut the burgers, if you can see them. Cut the burgers on the stove with some mushrooms. And iPad still on with Big Bang playing. I need something to soak up the ridiculous amount of Jack Daniels that I've drunk, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm going to cook this, and then I'll probably stop drinking soon as it goes, because I'm nearly out of Coke, and I'm not going to be shot in neat Jack Daniels. I like it with Coke. I'm not just going to drink it neat. That's just going to be fucking stupid. Anyway, I'm rabbiting now, so I ain't really got a lot else to report. I know this has been a bit of a shocking video this time. No change there really, but I haven't done anything, as you know. Just been for a quick walk, dossed around in the van, drunk too much, ate too much. But hey, it's all good fun. Morning folks, it's a bloody cold one out there today. I've just popped out and got all cleaned up, had a shower and whatnot, and the frost out there is violent, it is, but it looks stunning. The sun's just coming up, and there's a beautiful glow in the sky, so I'm quite impressed with that. Anyway, it's Sunday morning. Had a good night's sleep actually, much better than I thought it would be. I had to leave the heater on overnight, just ticking over gently, just to keep it nice and warm. But other than that, it was a good night's kip actually. Yeah, quite a good night. Today, before I head back, it's going to be a nice bright day today. Apparently the sun's going to be up and it's going to be clear and beautiful. So I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and then I'm going to get my arse out and go for a bit of a walk this morning. I probably won't be cooking anything else to eat before I go back, because Sam has kindly invited me round for a Sunday dinner today, so I'm really looking forward to that, and I don't want to spoil my appetite, you know, for that. So yeah, I'll probably go for a walk in a bit, come back, get cleaned up in here, maybe have one more coffee, and then piss off back to Stevenage for this Sunday evening blues, ready for the Monday morning. Right, I'm out for my walk now. I'm going to make the most of this nice weather. Okay, it's freezing fucking cold, but it's beautiful and clear and still, and stunning day today. I might end up down the canal. I bet it will look good down there this morning. Anyway, let's plod on, see what happens. like that, it's over again. Gutted. I think I said it before, just as you start getting comfortable in a place, you have to move on, don't you? Never mind. I'm sure I'll return here again. Like I say, you've heard me give a review of this place in the last video about how nice it is and it's worth a visit, so I won't talk about it too much. I'm just going to bugger off, go back to Stevenage, get my supplies, and I'm going to go in somewhere and give this van a bit of a clean out, make it a bit fresher, because it still smells of all the cooking that I've done over the weekend, and I don't like that. I want to make it smell fresh again. There are some days where it really pays off being in a van. I can't big up being in a van enough, you know. I mean, whether you want to do it full time or be a weekend warrior just to get away, there is something fucking lovely about it, you know. I mean, I think it's a relatively cheap holiday, you know. If you was to go away and instead of booking a hotel or somewhere really, really fucking expensive, you could get a van, even if you hired a van, and go away for a good period of time for a lot bloody cheaper. When I first got this van, I was a little bit apprehensive about driving something that was so big. I mean, it's not a massive van. I think it's 5 meters long by about, I don't know, 2 meters wide, probably a little bit more. But it was much bigger than what I was used to, you know, considering I started off in the Peugeot Bipper, and then a Mercedes Vito, and then the Transit van. They were all relatively small vans, so to hop into a 3.5 ton ambulance patient transport bus was quite a big change for me. And I think the first time I took it on a test run, I was relatively nervous, you know. But the more I drove it, the easier it become. But I still think every now and then when I hit a narrow country lane, it does make you know, I think you have to concentrate a little bit harder than what you do when you're in your car or a smaller van. Certainly, for the difference between my Beetle and this is immense, obviously, but you know, you just have to be a little bit more aware. But don't let the size of the vehicle put you off, you know. I think it pays off having a bigger vehicle that you can stand up in and lie down in widthways, rather than being scrunched up in a tiny van, you know. All right, okay, you don't have to worry about height barriers and things in a smaller van, but I think the rewards for having a bigger van outweigh the rewards of having a smaller van. Okay, I'm stuck in traffic, don't know what's going on, but I've been sat here for a few minutes now. So while I'm sat here, I think I'll have a bit of a natter. Oh, hang on, no, I see movement ahead, that's promising. Alright, anyway, the natter is, just talking about van size, would I go for anything bigger? Now, I mean, I love the idea of having a bigger van, having more space on the inside, obviously I do, but I think it's going to be a bit more tricky to drive it about, you know. Some of these mega sized motorhomes, I mean, yes, they look bloody amazing, but getting down tight country lanes and such like, I think that would be a problem. Now, I can only drive up to a 3.5 ton vehicle. I can't drive anything over that. I can't drive a 7.5 ton, which is unfortunate. You need to have that C1 on your licence, but I'm never going to be able to get that even if I wanted to, because I suffer with epilepsy. So to get that, you've got to be off epilepsy medication for 10 years, and I'm on it for life, so that's me stuffed. But anyway, I mean, I've got this is classed as a 3.5 ton vehicle, although it doesn't weigh that now because it's been converted. But I think this is exactly the sort of size that I'd be happy to utilise the rest of my life, whether it's this van or another van, but something on this size, I'd definitely be more than happy to stick with it. Do you know what I mean? What else I want to say about a van, right, is obviously I've watched endless van life videos over the years. They're endless, and I've seen some amazing conversions, but I much prefer the more rustic, basic versions of van life, rather than these real extreme sophisticated things that cost thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. I mean, I don't think you need it, you know. I don't think you need it to be that extravagant. Everyone likes their creature comforts, but I think basic is good as well, you know, as long as you've got what you require. You know, you've got your water, you've got some form of electricity. I think you'll be fine. I don't think you need to have the most advanced systems known to man. I really don't. I really think basic is the way forward, you know. Again, that's just my opinion. I've got a bit of deja vu going on at the minute. I was just thinking to myself, it was only a couple of weeks ago since I was last at Hertford and recording, you know, the same sort of thing as what I'm doing now, you know. But never mind. I've had a good weekend. I know sometimes I've probably made clips where it feels that I'm down in the dumps, but I'm not going to lie. There are times that I am down in the dumps when I don't feel too good. But then, as quickly as those feelings come, they can disappear, and I can be in a good mood. And I'm feeling relatively happy today, although it's Sunday and I've finished my weekend away. You know, because the skies are blue and the sun's out, I feel relatively upbeat, you know, now. Try not to think about the week ahead, but it is what it is. It will just be a countdown again until Friday appears yet again. So we'll have to wait and see what Friday has got in store, or sorry, what next weekend has got in store for me. Whether I'm going to do anything, go anywhere, see anything, who knows? I have no idea. I have to do something at the weekends because it's the only way I can recharge my batteries a bit, you know, just to do something out of the norm. Anyway, I'm waffling on again, and the story of my life. I'm just coming into Stevenage now, so I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to go and get my supplies and chicken and bits and pieces for the week, and that's it for me, really. I'm going to go and meet Sam a little bit later and hopefully have a Sunday dinner with him, so I'm really looking forward to that, because Sam's Sunday dinners are fucking amazing. Anyway, thank you for watching. Give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.